how would you define fear? What does that mean to you?
Fear to me is becoming someone other than myself because I'm scared of being accepted for who I truly am.
Today, man, we got another guest in the building. We got
Special guest.
our boy Zach in the building,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Behind the Scene. Let's pop him in here though,
Drop
man.
him in. Drop him in. Hey,
What's
What's
I
up?
good,
want to let
y'all?
y'all know what's up, man. Hey, I want to let everybody know real quick. This the man when we first jumped off the porch with this shit
Mm-hmm.
that was rocking with us, helping us put this vision to life. I'm talking about this man here. He got some big things coming. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pause real quick. Go ahead, tell him a little bit about yourself, Zach.
Yeah,
Tell him a little
So
bit
what's
about
good, y'all? I'm right here, Zach Nelson. Born and raised in LA. So
that's
I
it.
got some background, some hustling background as well as, some love and peace background as well. Well-rounded in every area.
you. Mm-hmm.
Um, I met these guys through JJ's little sister, and we're good friends, and so she hooked me up, how it should be, circulating black dollars. We got
Right.
together, and we started off, helped them out, and I appreciate what y'all did because y'all inspired me to keep going forward. Even
Mm.
though I'm not no father yet, it was still like just being the environment of mature men. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that's
Right.
why I got out of it. Had to grow up on my own. And y'all helped me push myself to do different things because I'm a video producer as well as a football player. So I was balancing everything all at once. So it just helped me to improve how I get down, how I take care of business. So,
What's your
um,
what's your video what's your video production business? Give a shout out, man, in case somebody want to
okay,
use your services.
right. So I'm actually in the works of changing it. At first, it was Big Zach Productions. That's what most people know me by. But I wanted to go more of a mature route. So now I'm gonna do Nelson Networks. That's what I'm gonna take it with.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah,
All right. That's
I'm not
clean
mad at
though.
that. Nelson's
yeah,
Nelson Network.
Networks.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not
yeah.
mad at that, man.
Your
Right.
I
net
like it.
worth
Appreciate
is your
that.
network.
Right.
Mm.
Exactly.
Mm,
So anybody that want to be a part of the network, we can all join hands. We can work together
there we go.
and we can do business. That's how I'm moving. I ain't I
Mm-hmm.
ain't no I ain't no con or nothing like that. I'm all about opportunities, helping each other out. Just don't respect is given as earn it. So
One
you
thing
I
I
know,
can
love that.
say about Zach here is if you really sit down and you talk this business with him, that vision, he gon' he gonna go 110 for you. He
Hmm.
yes
gonna go
sir.
110 for you. He gonna make sure that shit is right. He gonna bring it to you, and he gonna keep going back to the drawing board until that shit is perfected. So hey, I promise you, them services A+.
There we
Appreciate
go.
that. Appreciate that.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, man. Hey, we wanted to bring Zach on. We ain't asked you before, but I want to get your opinion. How do you feel about, from where you've seen us starting off to where we at now? How do you feel just on what you've seen? You ain't even seen it all yet, but you know what I'm saying?
And first
What
impressions. Just first
first
impressions.
impressions? You see the little video and see,
Right.
how you
Right.
feeling, man? What you think?
So first impressions, I feel like since where we started into how y'all now are is way more structured as far as y'all got your own. Like I used to help out everything. Now it's like y'all doing everything on your own. Y'all don't need nobody. It's like okay, big bosses out here. Y'all need me. So it's
uh,
cool. Like just the whole platform, y'all keep it going. That's one thing I like that y'all are doing. Like y'all never stop. You know what I'm saying? Some people will start something even if it's not there. Y'all still felt like this is your opportunity, so y'all kept going with it. That's what I love about it the most. So I
100%,
think
man.
that's the number one thing. Y'all
Yeah,
kept it going.
I appreciate that, man. And a lot of this is a tribute to you, man. Like you opened our eyes. Like you got the creative mind, like Quan already alluded to. You a creative genius. So anybody want to work with you,
Mm-hmm.
definitely encourage that. And you kind of opened our eyes to tap into our creative side. So as
Mm,
much as we probably you benefited from working with us. It goes back to both ways. So we appreciate all you did to get us to this point. Because I can't say we'll be here if it wasn't for you. So kudos to you as well. We always gonna give credit to you as one of the beginning early stages when we were just starting this thing. You took a little in your free time, juggling being a student athlete. I know how hard that is, the time difference, and you still kind of delivered for us. So again, man, we
Mhm.
appreciate you for that. So we want to get you on here and take you from behind the camera and
Yeah.
Right.
put you in front of the camera, man. And so to go
Right.
into our next topic, man, we had the privilege of giving Zach a couple of topics to let him decide what we want to talk about, and you picked fear. I think I want to jump
Yeah.
in a little bit of why that topic. You had about three or four to choose
Mm.
from, and why did fear stick out to you to jump
Mhm.
into that topic of fear?
Okay. So the first one I thought, because fear, it's a lot of different shit going on in the world. Right? Can I cuss? Is that cool?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
man,
do your
speak up.
Okay.
thing, man. Do your
Okay.
thing, man.
Okay. So look, it's a lot of different shit going on in the world, and people be scared so much. And I feel
Mhm.
like the topics that you gave me all like can relate to fear. Like I think it was
Mm,
like self-awareness. Another one, I can't think of the other ones, but they all could relate to like fear in a bigger sense. So I'm like,
mm-hmm.
people need to understand. Maybe if I say something how I feel about it, they can understand from a different perspective. So that's how I went about it, especially
God,
how it is now.
yeah, I love that because
Mhm.
you right on the money, man. Like in life, whatever you do, you can probably connect it back to fear.
Right.
So I that's a good point. I never looked at it that way, man. So before we jump in it, as we like to do on a couple of these topics that are could be personal or the definition may be different for every individual. We like to just get a sense of where everybody's mind is. So I'm gonna kick it to you, Quan. How would you define fear? What does that mean to you?
Fear to me is becoming someone other than myself because I'm scared of being accepted for who I truly am.
That's a good way to put it.
Straight like that, straight to the
Straight
point,
like
Man,
that. Straight
huh?
like that.
man. So fear to me, I feel like I got like two definitions because I feel like fear is like kind of what Quan said, like not being yourself. So it's
Mhm,
like the backwards you, basically. Like everything that you're not doing, that's fear. Everything that's holding you back from like the higher self, that's fear.
mhm.
So
Mhm.
like I think that's what it is too. Just not being who you really are.
I got it. I think
True,
I
man.
think for me, like you said, this word can mean different things in different scenarios. So I'll take a different approach. I think fear for me is worrying about what others say or how they'll feel, um, and not just focusing on what you want to do or how you feel. Like you dictating your life and you dictating your moves based off other people, what they're going to say and do, versus just doing what you think you should do. So that's my
Uh,
definition. Not
and it's crazy because like not to cut you off, but
no, you
that's
good.
like people you saying like people would be thinking too, like how do you have time to be worried about somebody else and your life not even good? That's what I'll be trying to figure out all the time.
Mm,
Like I don't know if it's social media or what, but like people be so scared to be themselves and I'll just be like, how? Like what else you thinking of? You know what I'm
Mm.
yeah,
saying?
I mean, I think it's that concept for me. I think it's a wanting to be accepted.
Mm,
Like wanting to please others, wanting to be liked. So many in definitely in today's day and age, and you can even go back to being the kid. Like you just wanted to be picked. You wanted to be the most liked in the class. You wanted to be the favorite or whatever it may be. Like in society is always pick me added mindset that it's hard to just focus on like what do you want. I think from a little kid, it's all about being picked first and wanting to be like go back to the schoolyard. You want to be that first person picked on the team and things like that. So, I think it's a wanting to be accepted.
mm.
What it stems from, in my opinion, and social media now just amplifies that times 10.
I
Shit times a
correlate that
hundred.
to keeping up with the Joneses. We all heard
Hey,
that state before. It ain't got
hell
nothing
yeah,
to do
you
with
Yeah,
y'all.
hell
hell yeah,
yeah.
you want to keep up with me? What?
Keeping up with the Joneses, Kardashians, all that shit, man. So many people just want that status and they want to live that lifestyle. But in all honesty, that's not what they truly want. That's just what they think other people want and how they feel that acceptance and that love. Um, but then at the end of the day, you really are neglecting that true self love. You know,
Right,
we look for so much love outside, which is keeping up with the Joneses, that you neglect the inside and what being truly happy. And
right.
that's all I'm gonna leave it at with that one.
It's tough.
Hell yeah.
I think that's it,
It's like
man.
our past topic, that self love, man. So it's hard to love yourself. Like we jumped into that, we dived into that our last episode. Like it's a sign of not loving yourself because you're so busy looking at what everybody else has and what everybody else is doing that you can't even appreciate what you bring to the table and what you have.
That's facts.
Nah, that's true. I mean, like, if you don't live in truth, how you gonna see truth in the world?
Mm.
You being bullshit just like everybody else.
Man,
You gotta keep it real with yourself first, man.
man.
Man,
Real with
like
anybody.
roses really smell like boo boo. Well, Outcast say.
Little
For
outcast,
real though.
little
Hey,
Yeah.
outcast.
bringing it up, man. So
Man.
what's one of y'all biggest fears?
Ooh.
Okay, I'll go first. I feel like one of my biggest fears is really not just being myself. I feel like, say
Hmm.
for instance, everybody had them times where they tried to fit in, be somebody different, and then like once I don't know if people like ever come out of that. When people do come out of that, like for me, I came out of that after my freshman year in college. When I came back home, I just realized like, damn, I wasn't even acting like myself that whole time I was out there, and
Mm.
it made my heart stop. Like, damn, I never want to get like that. So I feel like that's my biggest fear, just
Hmm.
being what God didn't create. You know what I'm saying?
For
What do
sure.
you think contributed to you not being yourself? Like that's commendable that soon you realize that you weren't being yourself. But what do you think made you not be yourself? You seem like a pretty self-aware individual from what the
Yeah.
little I got to know you, man. So like what do you think contribute to you not being yourself your freshman year?
I would say just the people I hung out with.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So like the people I would call my friend at that time, now that I look back at it, it's like they really didn't have my back like I thought they would, or
Hmm.
they was acting a way where I know I wouldn't have done that if I knew better. You know what I'm saying? Like if I
yeah.
trusted myself, if I really behaved in the way I'm supposed to behave, I know I wouldn't even be talking to them like that. So I feel like
Mm.
that's how I would take it. Just the company I kept, I would say.
Hmm.
But
That's
that's a
huge.
word right there,
Yeah,
That's
boy.
huge.
Yo, what they say? Look at your closest five people, and that's a reflection of you.
right.
Man, birds of a
Like,
All
feather
right.
flock together.
Locked
man,
together.
man, you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. Since we on our own, they can say us, man. But no, that's
Big
real, bro.
facts.
Like
Real.
commendable, bro. Like, don't for you
How
to
old are you?
realize that.
I'm 23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. You was
man.
like 18 when you figured that
Yeah,
out. 19,
18,
like,
19.
bro. I would tell you what I was doing at that age. Boy, I
That's
was
ahead.
not thinking like that. Like you ahead of your years, man, for
Mm-hmm.
sure, man.
Appreciate that.
That's definitely commendable, man. But to
I
jump on that,
think, yeah, go
keep
ahead.
going, bro. No, keep going, bro. What's up?
I would say like for like people, because you started, cause you said like I'm ahead of my age. I feel like because like at that point when you spend so much time alone, you ain't got no choice but
Mm.
have that self awareness. So I was by myself. I ain't have nobody. No, all my peoples was in LA. I was the only one out there. But like I feel like God always just tell me things or like show me things at certain situations, experiences. So I was like at
100.
that point, He was just like showing me like them niggas wasn't for you anyway. Like
For
this is
sure.
what you need. So
Mm.
I just took it as that. Like it is what it is and
Man,
kept rolling.
The
man,
biggest thing, and I keep touching on that awareness, but a lot of motherfuckers get shown signs all the time, but
man.
they decide to not see them and to be
Yeah,
blind. Like God's like, hey, motherfucker, this is what I'm trying to show you and tell you. And
Yeah.
these
yeah.
motherfuckers are like, nah, I don't see shit, man. I don't see nothing.
Over
No,
there,
nigga,
like
just gonna
Stevie
keep
Wonder,
going through
huh?
that cycle for real, bro. So the simple fact that you so young and you able to see and pay attention to the signs
Mm,
Man,
is huge, man. It's huge.
it's going it's gonna stop you from making a lot of mistakes.
Mm,
Because if I look back at my life and I'm like, man, like I'm grateful, whatever happened didn't like wasn't detrimental, and I'm able
Mm,
to learn from it. But like, man, I should have learned from that shit two, three, 4 times ago. You know, like
yeah.
so many times we don't realize. I don't know. You get so tunnel vision on the now that, and it's good to live in the moment, but sometimes you don't think about the future. And I look back at college and high school and whatever, like there's a lot of shit I could have did differently to set myself up to be even further than where I am now. And that's not a reflection or anything. Like you are where you are, but when you can learn from yourself and you are your greatest teacher. Experience is the greatest teacher. Experience life is the greatest teacher. So the more you can use those experiences and learn and continue to move forward and not do those repeated mistakes and them repeated hurdles over and over again, the better you'll be, man.
No
Mhm.
Um,
doubt. No
what
doubt.
about you? What about you, Quan? You brought up the question. What's your biggest fear?
It's a dark one. This is a dark question.
Uh oh.
I got two of them. Two of them. One of them, the first one is if my daughter passed away before I did. And
Hmm.
that one, I've caught myself going down that rabbit hole, damn near just getting so emotional and like hot, like, just thinking like, man, that shit would fuck me all the way up. And then I gotta stop. Once I finally catch myself, I stop. Like, what the fuck is you doing? What is you thinking about? Like, why are you? I get to questioning why am I envisioning that thought and going down that rabbit hole because there ain't no way to come out. So that's one of them. Um, Probably the biggest one, and the second one is to let the darkness take over, and
Mm.
that's in itself. But I think everybody got two sides to themselves, and that's the one of them that I try to stay mindful on. And you know,
Can I ask you a
I'm not.
question, Quan?
Go ahead.
Like, what if you learned how to control your darkness instead of, you know, letting it, like, not let it be there at all? You
So
ever
I
you ever
I currently believe that I am at that position
okay.
because
You are.
growing
I'm gonna
up,
just we'll throw that out
growing up,
there. You are.
growing up, I was more on survival mode and I let that darkness kind of lead until
Mm,
I was at a place where, I feel like we in harmony now. Um, but yeah, what I'm saying? There's a few things that would take me overboard. And you know, right now we just pushing. I don't even
Yeah.
want to put that out into the universe.
Nah,
But
you
shit,
don't
I
need
feel
to.
this
that.
this is what we
Feel that.
doing. But
That's
yeah,
You don't
dope.
need
them the
to.
two things for me, man. Them the two things for me.
That's real, man. For me, man. I've had two, and it's changed as I got older. Growing up, it was disappointing my parents. I used to answer
Mm,
this question. It was interesting. Um, Disappointing my parents, and then when I look back, like, what does that even mean? Like, is everything you're doing? And that's when I had to realize, like, I was living my life for other people. It was a tough pill to swallow, but the fact that that was my biggest fear, like I said this throughout college, like my biggest fear is disappointing my moms, disappointing my dads, and it's like, okay, what do you want to do though, Jay? Like, what do you want? Like I get it, them like yeah, whatever, but like what do you want? So I had to stop living for other people. When I stopped doing that, my biggest fear was not living up to my fullest potential because of something that I didn't do.
What
You
does
know,
that
I,
mean?
I think I have a lot of I'm in my own head a lot. I psych myself out about challenging myself or stepping out of my comfort zone and staying in the comfort way. Um, Staying in my comfort zone that sometimes I would wonder like, am I hindering my own self by doing that, by staying what's comfortable and not being uncomfortable? And I can say now at this point in my life, I am very uncomfortable in what I'm doing.
Hmm.
I have definitely stepped out of my something I said I would never do. I am currently doing, and it's so satisfying
Mhm.
when you start off with something that's so uncomfortable and you slowly start feeling comfortable. I'm
Hmm.
nowhere near comfortable where I want to be, but you start connecting the dots and like, oh, this ain't that bad. I could do
mm-hmm.
this. Oh, this ain't that bad. I could do that. and you start going, and the momentum is crazy, and you just start craving it. Like, I just want to die. I want to dive more into it. I want to keep it going. So that's where I'm at now, and it's like pushing myself to be the moment I feel uncomfortable, dive into it, and that's where I'm at mentally right
Oh,
now.
deep in.
That's that football that came out of you.
Hmm.
I want to keep pushing forward. I know
Man,
how that gets.
got
Man,
to.
That
that's real
discipline. Nah,
right
that's
there,
what's up
man.
though. Yeah.
Then you even touched on a couple other them questions that we even had too, man. When sometimes you let fear hold you back, and you was even claiming on with your parents on how you had to question yourself, and you felt like the idea behind you fearing disappointing them was holding you back.
Man,
Zach, when has been when have you let fear hold you back from bettering yourself, or however you take that
Yeah,
question?
that's a good one. I would say I low key. I'm gonna be real. I feel like now I low key still letting fear hold me back, just like in the sense of going to school.
Hmm.
Like sometimes I'd be like, I don't even really need school. Like I can just do it on my own. Self made, thug it out that Instagram lifestyle. And then sometimes I think like school can help me in ways that I don't really think of at this moment. So it's like kind of in between the two right now. So I feel like I will only say it's holding me back because I don't know what's gonna happen if I don't go to school.
Hmm.
That's what I feel like it is. But then again, I know that when I do go to school, I still got challenges at school I don't know about. So it's like might as well face the ones that I can deal with at this time.
I
That's
got
kind of how
two
I'm
things
real.
for you. Two things for you. My first question: are you confident in your own abilities?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what happens, you're gonna make it happen. You got that hustle in you, regardless. You're gonna make it work.
Hmm.
And my second thing is you're a senior this year. Finish that
Hmm.
motherfucking degree, bro. You got one
man,
year left.
bro. I
You
was
right
about to
there,
say
bro.
that ain't it.
You
That
right
ain't
there.
it.
So
Yeah,
what I'm saying, combine both of them,
Right.
finish that shit. Make it the biggest thing I can tell you is make as many connections as you can, networking with people because they're gonna be useful in the future.
Right.
yeah,
Enjoy that shit, live it up. Ain't nothing like college life. So it's like, really just enjoy it day by day. Take that time, actually smell the roses when you walking down the street, whatever,
man.
you
Hmm.
know, and live it up. Finish that shit, bro. And know no
Yeah,
matter what happens, you're gonna make it happen.
yeah. Just
That's
know,
all I
Appreciate
got
that.
for you.
Appreciate that.
just know. Like, put it like this: like, there's plenty of people without a college degree,
Yeah, you're
but
right.
the moment you get it, you now put yourself in a different category. There's a lot of motherfuckers in that category too, but like,
Hmm.
you're in a different category. Is all I'll say. It don't give you shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, it don't give you shit. It just gets you a. I might pick up the paper. You
Hmm.
still got to network. You still got to do your thing, but like, it just puts you in a different category. With you being so close,
Mm-hmm.
definitely,
That's where I'm at right now. So I'm like,
definitely,
I'm in too
yeah,
deep.
yeah,
This 6 year run. So I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna finish strong.
yeah. Go ahead,
Man,
get that, man. Go ahead, get that,
we
man.
almost in August, bro. I feel like it was New Year's just yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that year gonna fly the fuck by. Time been
it will.
moving. Just
It
Yo,
stay
will.
busy.
and enjoy it, man.
Hmm.
Like, don't rush to get out and rush. Like, I should be doing this. And like, enjoy it. Trust me.
Hmm.
Like, was waiting for you at the end of it ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Hmm.
But what you in right now will disappear
You're right.
before you know it.
Ticking
So
time
like,
clock.
enjoy it. Like, really enjoy it. Like, sit back, relax your time to figure out what path you want to make. Make your path, make your plan. Your plan gonna change. So don't even be too locked in on that plan. But
Hmm.
Hmm.
enjoy that process, man. You got your last year of football. Like, enjoy it, man. I miss putting on a helmet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't miss it, but I miss it at the same time. Like, it's a different feeling. So yeah, man, you in a good position, man. Enjoy it
No, I
for sure.
appreciate that, both of y'all, because I definitely am now.
Hey man, love to hear that, bro. Love to hear that. Okay. Last question I got for y'all, man,
Yeah.
is when have you felt fearless? Hold on, let me
I
make sure I said that shit right,
you,
man. When
you
have you
did,
felt fearless?
man. I got this one, bro.
All right, Superman.
Um, I think it's when I'm most confident, man. if I'm in a situation where I'm confident, I know what I'm doing, I put in the work, I did the studying, whatever it may be, nothing can stop me, bro.
So when you're
And that
prepared,
100%.
okay.
When I'm prepared, man, when I put in the work, you ain't gonna tell me otherwise, bro. Like once I know what I'm talking about, it's over. That's me personally, but I get excited about
For
that, man.
sure.
But like when I'm prepared, whatever the situation they're in, you ain't stopping me. It's over.
Yeah.
As it should be. And that's
Right.
powerful
Now,
right there.
how am I supposed to? How am I supposed to go up against that? Like, he should have been last.
Oh man, I got
Nah,
excited
you
with
I'll
good.
that
go
You
one.
good.
next
You good.
and
You
soften
good.
up for you then. Oh man, when I felt fearless, it was at the other side of fear. And I say
Mhm.
the most fearful experience I ever had was when I went skydiving in Hawaii about I think
Mm,
it was 2019. But I'm talking about, I try to keep my, that pregame of, getting ready, flying up, and then it's like, oh shit, okay, it's about time for us to start jumping out now. Like, I've only been in planes to ride. I ain't never jumped out the motherfucking plane
Yeah.
before. And the thing that was crazy is I was the first motherfucker that they wanted to jump. I ain't even get to see nobody do it. And I'm over here like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I want to see somebody else first. But at this point, I was like, okay, man. I just kept it real with myself. I said, hey, if it's my time to die, it's my time to go. So it's like, I had to accept that within myself already, even though I was scared. So you know, had the dude on my back, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So, you had to ride with somebody. He said, kick your legs over. I kicked him over. He said, put your arms like this. I'm over here like, oh shit.
mm,
I said, okay. I'm just in my head like, okay, man, we about to do this shit. Then he leaned forward. I'm over here. I was like, oh, I started screaming and shit. I'm like, oh man. And the thing that got me was like the ecstasy of fear that I had, like we're free falling, spinning and twisting and shit. And then not only that, oh shit, when the nigga started falling, and then when we was falling flat like this, the wind was just like I couldn't breathe. So then in my mind, I'm over here like, man, I'm about to grab this dude. And then as soon as I turned, then I caught a pocket of air, and then I took a deep breath, and then like held my breath, and actually that was the breakthrough of that fear. And then it was nothing but just beautiful, great, blissful experience after that. But it was like going through, I felt like I was about to die type shit. And it's like
mhm.
breaking through that fearful moment and seeing like, what the fuck was you scared for? And I think Will Smith said that shit the best, but he touched on the most beautiful thing is on the other side of fear. And I'm gonna drop that clip in here. I'm gonna find it later. But yeah, that's it for me, man.
I feel like mine is like a incorporation of both of y'all. Cause like it be times where I feel good when I go through that moment, like go through that fearful moment. But it's other times where like you in a different situation, you got your stomach bubbling, butterflies, you're nervous. But
Hmm.
like if you prepare, then it's like you really ain't got no worry. So
Mhm.
like for me, I feel like it's my practice. That's how I stay away from fear. Just practicing. Like I meditate now. I stretch
Okay.
for my body. I train my body.
Hell yeah.
I practice with my craft every day. So I feel like the tools you do for like the betterment of your life. That's how you stay out of fear. For me.
Man, I
Beautiful,
love it,
man.
man.
Yeah.
That's perfect, bro. Man, it's been a great to have you on, Zach. I know we always just sending you little
Hold on,
clips
hold
that
on. Let me touch on this, man. From what you
oh
just
my bad.
said, I
Oh,
love the fact that you meditating, stretching. I don't know if you're doing any yoga, but
No,
that
I
shit is
don't.
so good. You need to get into that. But that shit's so good for your mental health and your well-being. It's like it's really practicing being present is what we
Mm-hmm.
do when we meditate. And I love to hear that you taking care of yourself like that. So
Mm-hmm.
man, stay doing that shit. It's gonna propel you so much. You already got such great self-awareness. So I mean, I'm not surprised that you meditating. Um, Love to hear it, man. Hope you know.
Appreciate that. It's crazy. The only reason why I feel like I started meditating is because of social media. Like
Mm,
it was so much bullshit and negativity going on. I'm
mm,
like, I don't want this in my head at all. Like so, sometimes, you know, when the negative thoughts come, like, fuck it, I'm finna just sit here, put my back up straight, and just breathe for like a couple
Man,
minutes,
That's all
just
it takes,
so,
that's
yeah,
all you
just so
need, bro.
I clear everything out. So
man.
I'm tired of that shit, man. I
Nah, that's
really
real.
am.
That's real. Keep on with that shit, man.
Yeah,
Keep on.
keep it going, man. You just inspired me a little bit to get back into it, man. I might have to meditate before I lay down.
Man, you
Hmm.
should, bro. It's
Man.
like it's like you ever had them cloudy moments in your brain, but if you
Mm-hmm.
meditate, it's like everything just clear up.
Keep
Hmm.
That's
going.
how I feel like for me. Like
That's
your
Man,
eyes started opening wider and everything.
hey,
hey,
that's a great analogy.
I was just gonna give a little flowers to my man Zach, man. Every time we talk, man, I love it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I look back and I'm
Appreciate it.
like, you the future. At the end of
Hmm.
the day, I know I ain't that much older than you, but I am a
Hmm.
little bit of ways, and to know that it's young men like you out there that think like this and that's trying to elevate themselves, like it feels good because when you turn on that social media, you see a whole different story. So, like Quan
Right.
said, man, keep on it. The more habits you make now, like I'm trying to break old habits that I had at your age, trying to stay consistent. Like you already on it, man. So keep it
Hmm.
going.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it going, man. It's gonna only propel you and benefit you in the future, dog.
Appreciate that. For real.
I love, man.
Y'all in my inspiration too. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all both play Oregon football, doing your thing now afterwards. So it's like y'all show me the way. So it's like now I got something to look up to. Now it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all watched that Jay-Z and Kevin Hart interview. Did y'all watch that podcast interview?
I
Yeah,
heard about it's on Peacock.
I watched it on YouTube,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
where it's free.
easy. Yeah, easy. Easy, man.
Yeah, so like one of the things he was talking about was like the fact that, you know, some people they live a certain way and they don't really see things until after the fact, you know, just that
Mhm.
experience. And so for me, I started to just look back and it's like, damn, like I really been through a lot, but it's like I see that I got people on top of me doing so well. It's like now I got the rope. So like if I don't do better or if I'm not with them, like, you know, I'm doing something wrong because y'all doing something right. So it's like might as well go in that direction, you know, and try and, you know, keep it going.
For sure.
That's basically what you were saying.
For sure. Now I'm definitely gonna check that one out. I love
Yeah,
that.
like y'all the OGs.
Mhm.
Y'all the OGs, but not the OGs. Like I ain't trying
Yeah,
to make it.
man.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
not trying to give
saying,
y'all the
man.
old card.
OGs in the making. In the
Yeah,
Yeah,
making.
there
That's
we
it.
go. I like that. OGs
That's it,
in the
man.
making, man.